This is a project I've been putting off for a while. Today, we're running airline through the shop. Woo woo! It's a little chilly in the shop today. You can see my breath. But I got work to get done. And this is actually a project I've been kind of putting off for a while just because I didn't know exactly what I wanted to do, what product I wanted to use. So I wanted to go through all my options. The goal is to plumb the shop for air. The issue is that my air compressor is, number one, tiny, and number two, it's right in the middle of the garage of the shop. So the reason I put my air compressor there is because that's where the electrical panel is, and it was easy to run wiring right there. And also it kind of made it so it was easy to get the air lines everywhere I needed to go. The challenge is, as I'm running air lines around, I keep getting caught on tires, or I can't get outside, I can't go around the corner, I keep getting tangled up in all of my cords and all of my air lines. So I've decided to run shop air. And to do that, I have chosen this kit from Milton. The question usually is, well, why them? And here's the answer. Milton Industries has been around for, ever, and they are a leading company when it comes to airline fittings, connections, and hoses. This kit is a 50-foot kit, and it comes in multiple different sizes. The hose is always going to be a 1/2 inch diameter outside and a 3/8 diameter inside. The sizing difference comes in with the fittings and the connections. You can get these in 1/4, 3/8, or even a 1/2 inch fitting. So you can select the right kit for your shop's purpose. If you already have some plumbing put into your shop, you can expand it with this kit very easily. Another reason I chose Milton is because they're based in the US. They're stationed out of Chicago. All their manufacturing and sales are done out of their Chicago office. So you get a US product that has quality and name behind it. Another reason, easy to get a hold of. I don't have to special order all this stuff. My local stores carry the Milton products. So phenomenal product to have, and I'm ready to get it installed. But there's a couple things that I got to point out before we do. I need to show you what's in the kit. So this kit comes with 50 feet of rubber hose, and this is rated to 150 PSI. I am currently in a probably 30-degree garage, and this stuff is still flexible. So it's very easy to work with. I like the fact that the tubing is clear. Why is that important? So I can see if there's any moisture in my lines. So I know if I have a dryer issue, or if I need to drain my tank, or anything along those lines. Another thing are these push-to-connect fittings. The push-to-connect fittings are fantastic. I don't have to have any special tools. I don't have to have anything special to release them. It simply just pushes in, and then you push the top washer here down to be able to release it. So it's a very easy process. So the kit comes with all the fittings, and if you need any extra fittings, you can get those from their catalog, their website, or even your local supplier. They're all readily available and easy to get your hands on. One last thing I'll point out to you about this kit. It does not come with the termination points or manifold blocks at the end of the runs to hook your airline to. You can hook them directly to the fittings if you want to. You can put an elbow and strap that to the wall, or you can get your own manifold blocks depending on your situation. I really like that idea. When I was looking at some of the other kits that were out there, they forced you to use their blocks or to force you to use their setup, and it wasn't very universal in the process. So lastly, I wanted to talk about what are some of the other options in the market and why I chose this. So I've seen people use PEX tubing. PEX tubing is what you would use to run water through your house. So the problem with PEX tubing is it's not rated for the pressures that you're going to run in your airline. It's rated for water pressure, which is 60 PSI, maybe 80 max. So you have to make sure that you're getting something that's rated for the right PSI. Same thing when you're talking about PVC pipe. PVC is not rated for the pressures. But also I have heard about people that have used PVC for their airlines, and over the years it's worked fantastic, and then all of a sudden they got a leak. And the reason they blew a leak was because they have those moisture pellets running across, skipping across that PVC, and it's actually worn holes in the PVC pipe. It's just not rated for that. Another option would be black pipe or cast iron pipe. Cast iron pipe does not like moisture. It tends to rust from the inside. And if you are in an environment like my garage where it's hot and cold and hot and cold, you're going to generate moisture. And if you're generating moisture and that sits in the lines, that's going to start rusting it out from the inside. Another option is some garage plumbing kits are made from aluminum. And aluminum is a phenomenal product. The challenge that I stayed away from is it's not exactly the easiest to work with. You have to have specialty tools to be able to cut it or to be able to get tight bends out of it without kinking it. The rubber tubing is very easy to work with and it goes around obstacles and curves very easy. So that's the reason I decided to go with this kit. So enough talking about the kit, let's get it installed. When I said I was running a tiny compressor, I wasn't lying. This is the old beast that I'm running right now. My other compressor had taken a dump and I was able to grab hold of this one just so I could keep working on my projects as I went. My new compressor when I put it in is not going to be here, but I want to plan ahead for the future. I want to only do this once, and if I need to tie into this system, this is perfect for it because I'm able to just cut the line and splice it and be able to go on, but I don't want to have to redo the whole thing when I get a new air compressor. So here's the plan. I'm going to use a distribution block at the end of the line. I'm going to mount that to the wall. I'm going to run the hose up, over, and down the other side of the wall so I can get to my garage door. So that's the plan. Let's get started. Each of these quick connects comes with a little hole in it. The T's have 2 holes in it. Gives you the great option to be able to screw it directly to a piece of wood without having to use some crazy looking strap or anything. So I'm going to mount this and then I'm going to run the air hose up to it. With a lot of these kits that I've seen, especially the aluminum style tubing, you have to have a lot of specialty tools to be able to cut and splice and make unions and such. So my specialty tool with this Milton kit, pair of tin snips, big scissors, that's all you need. One connection down, a couple more to go. This is going to be a breeze. Now we have come to the next specialty tool that you're going to need for this kit. And that is a way to support the tubing as it goes across the ceiling line in my case. And that specialty tool is a wire staple. This stuff is so easy to work with. I mean, it's nice and light, flexible, and a wire staple is all you need to support it. This stuff is great. In order not to bore you with all the stapling, here's where we're at. I ran the line up to the ceiling. It goes across the ceiling to the corner of the garage. I did not use an elbow in this corner. That line is flexible enough that there was no need to. So I ran it down my sidewall, along the top of the block, all the way down to the other corner. Same thing in this corner, no need for an elbow, just bend it around the corner. Now I'm ready, next to my garage door, to come down. While I'm at it, I went ahead and got some new brass fittings from Milton. These couplers are amazing. I have bought a lot of couplers from parts stores, some no-name junks, and they leak after a couple months. That O-ring goes bad in there. These are really nice. They clip together very nice, so I went ahead and did the upgrade at the same time. I got them all taped up. Let's get them in. Now I have the couplers. I have it to the tubing all the way around the shop. Now I just got to connect the compressor to the bottom of the box.